Hello children, welcome to our new session. This will be relating to what direction or course made to the outbreak of First World War. So in the earlier two sessions, we saw about the causes, immediate causes that created or outbreak of First World War One. So in this session, we will see about what are the directions that the route or the directions or route that created to happening of First World War One. So the in this concept, we will see what are the course or direction or route which created the outbreak of First World War One from here. So the first concept will be central powers. So in the last session also we gave some introduction about this concept, but from here we will continue. So two warring camps. Two warring camps means, as I said earlier in the first session and after that, one after the next session also I said many times, in the European continent there were two major camps are two groups divided between themselves. That is known as Central Powers and Allies. Okay? So in this, the Central Powers consists of or includes. So I will just read and explain. Okay? Just listen. The warring nations were divided into two camps or two groups. The first one is Central Powers, that includes Germany, Austria, Hungary, Turkey, Bulgaria. So remember all these nations, which nation comes under the Central Powers and which nation comes under the Allies. So this may be asked in the exams also, in the 1 marks or 2 marks, and also they will ask to mark in the map markings. So these are very important. So remember this nations which will come under the Central Powers and Allies. So now we will go with this. So Central Powers includes Germany, Austria, Hungary, Turkey, and Bulgaria. So Italy, which was earlier with Germany and Austria, had left as her attempt to recover Trentino in northeast Italy, where Italians lived in majority but remained as part and parcel of Austria-Hungary, was not supported by Germany. So due to the reason of Trentino, which is a part of Italy, which belongs to the northeast region or northeast location of Italy. So this Trentino will comes under the Italian nation or Italian country. So this was under the control of Germany and Austria. So to recover that Trentino region or that place or that location, Italy left out from the Central Powers and came out of the Central Powers and joined in the Allies. So due to this reason, Italy remained a neutral country when the war broke out, but it decided to enter the war hoping to gain the territory in the northeast. Britain, France, and Italy signed the Secret Treaty of London in 1915, by which Italy agreed to enter the war against the Central Powers in return for this territory after the war. So remember this is the exam point of view, or lesson back end of the questions were given. From this you can answer some of the questions to the book back questions. So they will ask which nation or which country will be remain in neutral before the outbreak of World War. You can answer it as Italy. So the reason is to recover Trentino from the Central Powers, especially from the Germany and Austria. This is the reason why Italy remained neutral before the outbreak of First World War. Due to this reason, or recovery of northeastern part of Trentino belongs to the Italy. To recover this region, it signed a Treaty of London with Britain, France, and supported allies to recover the Trentino region, and it joined to the allies powers and created a war against the central powers. So remember this, in this concept we have two questions. First one is, remember the who are the nations belong to the central powers, and what reason made Italy to be neutral before the First World War One, and why it joined to the Allies powers, and that too with which secret treaty? That is the Treaty of London in April 1915 that made Italy to join hand with or enter into the Allies powers. The next warring camp is opposite to Central powers. So Allies includes 9 states that oppose the Central powers, where Russia, France, Britain, Italy, United States, Belgium, Serbia, Romania, and Greece. So these are the major or important allies powers. 9 nations or 9 states that oppose to the central powers. Remember these nations. They may ask, it's not that much important, but remember it. So most Americans wanted their country to remain neutral, and so in the first 3 years, the United States gave only the moral support and valuable material aid to Britain and France. So in the first point, these are the 9 important states which opposed the central powers in the First World War One, and mainly Americans never they wanted to enter or interfere into the First World War One, which supported through moral support and gave infrastructural and valuable material support to the Britain and France for the First World War One. So these are the reasons that are root cause created to the happening of First World War One. So now we will move to the next slide. So next concept or next reason which created for causes or happening of outbreak of First World War is Caesar's abortive attempts for peace. So Caesar Nicholas II is a Russian leader or emperor during that time. He failed to recover the peace around the Russia and other parts of the world. How means he tried a peace conference that held in Hague in Holland in 1899 and 1907, but these two peace conferences were went in vain. Went in vain means get wasted. There is no use of held or conducted these two peace conferences. So there is no use of conducting or happening of this peace conference. But these two peace conferences were held and took place. So there is no use. So abortive means that Caesar Nicholas failed to recover the peace in Asia and other parts of the world. That's why he has to uh, quit his leader post from the Russia. So now we will move to the next concept. So war in Western or French front. So war in Western or French front means, so war in Western means in the western part of the French country, and front means FRON front. Front is a frontier or border of a or territory of a country that is known as front. Okay, wa? So when you look into the map, just when you listening this slides or videos, just have a map with you and have a look into this French French area and the western part of the French colony or French nation. Germany entered and smashed the resistance of people of Belgium. On the side of the Allies, the burden of fighting fell on the French army. With a month, Paris seemed almost doomed. So in the western side of the French country, Belgium was located. So the Belgium was easily annexed or captured by Germany. So the entire burden which was switched over on Allies group French country. Within a month, Paris also, which was came under the control of Germany. So war in Western or French front is nothing but so Germany entering through the western side of the French nation. So while moving towards the French nation of the western side, so it had a Belgium was resisted the Germany and it got annexed by the Germany, and after that the entire burden of resisting the German powers was fall on the French army. So later few months Paris also got under the control of Germany. So and this also led to the capturing or annexation of attitude of Germans in the Allies nations that led to the outbreak of First World War One. These are the root cause or course of direction to happening of First World War One. The next slide will be battles of Tannenberg and Marne. So I will just read and explain. Battles of Tannenberg and Marne. Russian forces invaded East Prussia. Germany defeated them decisively. So what happened? Russian forces trying to invade or annex or capture the Prussia, which is coming under the German forces or German control, and it was easily defeated by Germany. So Russian forces were trying to invade the Prussian region, which is coming under the Germany. So while Russia trying to move close to the German borders, it was defeated by Germany. In the Battle of Tannenberg, Russia suffered heavy losses. Yet this caused distraction and helped to relieve pressure on the Western Front. So in this Battle of Tannenberg, Russia suffered heavy losses. It is caused distraction and helped to relieve pressure on the Western Front. So while Russia moving towards to the Eastern Prussia, which is coming under the part of Germany, that created loss to the Russia due to the defeat of Germany. French army made all-out efforts to drive away the invading Germans at the Battle of Marne in September 1914. The French succeeded in pushing back the Germans. Paris was thus saved. The Battle of Marne is memorable for French war. So in this entire concept, Russia was, without taking any of its allies powers, trying to invade East Prussia, which is coming under the control of Germany. While moving towards that region, Germany decisively defeated the Russian forces. So in the Tannenberg battle, Russia got severely faced loss and defeated by the Germany. So after that, to recover and stop the invading positions of the German forces in the next battle, Battle of Marne. In this battle, which happened in September 1914, French army succeeded pushing back or controlled the reverse back the German forces, which is trying to capture the Paris and other parts of the French. So that's why the Battle of Marne is memorable for French war. So trench means it's a narrow hole. In the movies also you might have seen that the soldiers will dig some hole, hide in that hole, and they will fight and shoot the opposite army or opposite defenses. That is known as trench warfare. It's a kind of technique to defeat or hide and attack the opposite forces. So in this concept, the Battle of Tannenberg is took place in Tannenberg between Russia and Germany. In this Tannenberg battle, Russia was defeated by Germany. With this defeat of Russia, German forces trying to further or moving, invading the French colonies or French areas. So, and the next battle, Battle of Marne, that took place in September 1914. In this battle, French succeeded by pushing back the German invasion and saved the Paris and the other parts of the French borders. So the Battle of Marne is memorable for trench warfare. This is a technique used by the French peoples in the Battle of Marne. So exam point of view and the book that for answering the book bags is very important. They will ask what kind of technique or memorable, which is reminding or memorable for Battle of Marne, that is trench warfare. So this is a war field that is happened in Battle of Marne. So now we'll move to the next concept. The next concept is a Battle of Verdun. So it's a battle which is happened between Germany versus France. So at the one side, Britain, France were tied up and they were fighting against the German forces. So now I will explain this concept. Between February and July 1916, Germans attacked Verdun, the famous fortress in the French line. So it means, so during or between February and July 1916, German forces attacked the famous French fortress that is known as Verdun. So in the 5-month Battle of Verdun, 2 million men took part and half of them were killed. The British offensive against Germans occurred near the river Somme. So in this Battle of Verdun, it took place for 5 months. So in this battle, 2 million men were participated. In this battle, half of them were killed. That means in the 2 million means half of the means 1 million soldiers or men were killed by the German forces. So on the other side, British offensive against the Germans occurred near the river Somme. So on the other side, there is a battle happening in the Verdun. On the other side, in the river Somme, the British is also attacking the German forces. So there is a battle or war happening in the two sides. Germans attacking the French people or French frontiers in the famous Verdun fortress, and on the other side, in the river Somme, there are Germans having a fight with the British. British also. In this 4-month battle of Somme, Britain lost 20,000 men on the first day. The Battle of Verdun, however, decided the fortunes of the war in favor of Allies. So due to this Battle of Verdun and Battle of Somme, in the two different nations that decided in favor of happening of First World War I. So due to these two incidents, created our route for the happening of the First World War I. Now we'll move to the next concept. War in Eastern or Russian front. So Germans, they never wanted to be quiet or sit simply. So they are deciding and attacking all the Allies powers. That means Great Britain, France, Russia. So in the initial time itself, I said the European powers were got divided into two warring camps. So in that, The central powers are Germany, Austria, Hungary. They were simply attacking the Allies powers with the reason of extending their territory. So that's why that are the reasons to happening of the First World War One. We saw in different slides what are the root causes, immediate causes, and other causes for outbreak of First World War One. So in the eastern side, in the Russian frontier, in the previous slide we saw that in the French frontier or French territory, that Germany attacking the French colonies. Now the Germans moving towards the Russian frontiers or Russian borders. Now I will just go through this and explain. So in the Eastern Front, Russian troops repeatedly defeated the Austrians, but the Russians were in turn defeated by Germans. So in the eastern side, Russian troops continuously and repeatedly defeating the Austrian forces. So this led to the Germans enter into the conflict or war with Russia. So after this, Russia and Germans get into the war. Germans defeated Russians due to the worst trained and equipped army that leads to the huge losses never faced by the Russian army. So in 1917, Tsarist regime in Russia was overthrown in a revolution. So there is a leader, or he may be in the any army defense leader. So he was thrown by the Russian Revolution due to not performing well in the functioning of the Russian government. So the Tsarist regime in Russia was overthrown in a Russian Revolution. So Russia wanted peace, and consequently it signed the Treaty of Brest on 3rd March 1918 with Germany. After this, the position of Germany became strong. It appeared as if the Allies were going to lose. However, USA came to their rescue and played the final decisive role in crushing Germany. So Russia trying to have peace with the German forces, that is known as Treaty of Brest and Litovsk happened in 3rd March 1918. So the German forces never wanted to have peace or agreement with the Russian forces. So that created a chance for the defeating of allies. So in the end, America coming and rescue and entering into the final war, crashing Germany. So this is how Germany got defeated in the First World War One, and this happened. Now we will move to the next concept. Minor theaters of war in the Middle East, Turkey with the central power. Minor theaters of war in the Middle East means so that are not a very serious war that happened. So here the central powers, as we saw already, now Turkey joins with the Germany and central powers, and on behalf of central powers, Turkey also started doing some unwanted and annexation or capturing roles supporting the central powers. Let me see what Turkey is doing. Turkey also fought on the side of central powers, though Turkey met with the initial success and the allies suffered reverses, particularly in Mesopotamia and Gallipoli. Ultimately, Turkey was defeated. So what happened? Turkey joined the central power. Turkey trying to attack the allies, but in the end, allies were suffered. Turkey got success, but in Mesopotamia and Gallipoli, ultimately, the Turkey was defeated by the allies or Britain or France or Russia. So allies powers in reverse they defeated the Turkey. The Turks tried to attack Suez Canal but were repulsed. So after getting defeat in the Mesopotamia and other parts, so again Turks were trying to attack the Suez Canal, but again there also they were defeated by the Britishes or Great Britain. Britain attacked Turkey in Iraq and later in Palestine and in Syria. So Britain attacked Turks in Mesopotamia, and again it got defeated in Suez Canal also. So Britain trying to not allowing or completely resisting the Turkish forces without entering into the Britain borders or Britain territories. So Britain attacked Turkey in Iraq and later in Palestine and in Syria. So these are Syria, Palestine and Iraq are the Turkish borders or frontiers where Britain entered into and attacked the Turkish borders and Turkish regions. In Arabia, taking advantage of growing Arab nationalism, a revolt was engineered by a British agent. So in Arabia also there is a Arab nationalism or patriotism started emerging that was revolted or abandoned or completely vanished or attacked by the British agents. So Britain attacked Turkey directly and tried to capture the Constantinople, but the Turks put up a brave fight. So Britain continuously attacking the Turkish borders, the Turkish regions wherever they are having the control. So in the end, Britishers captured Constantinople, which is a major central or capital of the Turkish forces, and the Braves and the Turkish were bravely fight against Britishers and they lost. So with this, we will end this session. Remaining we will see in the next video. See you. And for this assignment, I will give in the next session or next videos.